and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, just to let you know you're welcome and I'm happy to have you. In today's video, I'm just going to cook a simple dish. I'm going to cook some vegetable rice. Some call it vegetable pilaf. And I have some pork tenderloin here and I'll take you through the process. Once you come in, guys, please do thumbs up the live and feel free to subscribe. Sit back, relax, enjoy this video. So one of the first thing I'm going to do, basically, I need to cut this into certain size. So basically, I'm going to cut them a bit slant. It's like cut them on the bias. So if you can trim up the excess, these little strings off it to do you well when you're cooking it. Today I'm going to cook some, I'll be cooking some vegetable rice and some pork tenderloin. And if you're new here, just to let you know, welcome. Once you comes in, please do double tap on the screen, thumbs up the live, and feel free to subscribe. I'm just cutting these up. So I'll probably use about 2 frying pans to go through these. So I'm just going to take off some of the excess, a little bit of fat of this. So I'm just kind of cutting it slant based on what I'm going to do with it. Just going to use a mullet just to flatten him out a bit. You don't have to, because this is quite easy to cook. What am I cooking? I'm cooking some rice pilaf, and I'll be doing some pork tenderloin. If you're new here, please do thumbs up the live once it comes in. And feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate it. So basically, I'll probably use 2 pans to go through these. Just give my hand a little bit of wash. So once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up live. I'm just gonna make a little bit of seasoning to marinate these. I'm just looking for my paring knife. So on this side here, I'm just making up a bit of marinade, and I will take you through the process. I'm not going to hide anything from you guys. You will see everything in plain sight. So I'm just prepping up my garlic here. Okay. Welcome everyone, and thank you for your positive comments. Blessing, blessing, blessing. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live. It's helped the channel to grow and the algorithm. And if you're new here, my name is Linden. And feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. So that's my marinade I'm working on. It's going to be very simple. I'm going to use, because it's pork, just going to take a bit of this ginger. Where am I from? I live in the UK. Remember, once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button. So I'm gonna go in the fridge, get myself some fresh thymes and some other herbs which can be added. Okay, I have some lovely thyme here. Just gonna give it a bit of wash. So I'm just gonna leave that there. So with that, I'm just going to put a bit of chives in this. No, beef. This is pork. You know, some people don't eat beef, some people don't eat pork, but it's just personal preference. But this is pork. I'm just putting some oil in that. I'll leave that there a bit, and I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. I'm just going to put a little bit of marinade in it, just some all-purpose. You know, I kind of cook a little bit different from many chefs, so it's a little bit different techniques. Okay. Okay, with the meat now, I'm just gonna use my left hand, put this in, and I'm gonna leave it like this. So put some seasoning. I'm going with some all-purpose. I have two different type of all-purpose seasoning I'm gonna use on this. I'm adding some black pepper. And because the nature of the dish, adding just a little bit of sugar. You won't taste the sugar, but help to caramelize it. I have some another all-purpose inside here which I made up, and this one contain a little bit of extra paprika on this one. So with that, I'm gonna go in with some oil, and I'm gonna marinate this. But during the cooking process, if it needs more, I will add a little bit more over it also. So I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to remove this cutting board, and then I'm going to start work on that one. So give this a bit of wash. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to prepare some cut some veg. So that's how I'm going to do this. So I'm just going to set this other cutting board here. The next thing I'm going to work on now, the rice, and then I will cook the meat last. So I'm just leaving this to sit here. So I will put this pan here and work on my rice. Here I have a bit of leeks. So with leeks, you have to be careful because sometimes you cut them, there's earth in them. So just gonna give it a bit of wash. There you go. It's like your internet giving you trouble. Yeah, it's like that sometimes. Yeah, just let you know you're welcome still. You know, if you come on for 1 minute, 2 minutes, you know, I appreciate it. Every little help. So I have some leeks and I have garlic there. And what I'm doing now, I'm working on the vegetables for the rice. So here I have about half of carrot. If it need more, I'll definitely add some more to it. So I'm just going to cut down the carrot like this. And the reason why I'm going to do it like that is for those, if you're watching this and probably see me do this, might wonder the reason why. But the carrot sometimes can be slippery. So you're just going to put it flat like that, so you can easily cut it properly. So I'm going to dice them. So we're going to just cut them down like this. Turn it again. There's one thing I forget to add to the pork, which I'll do it now. It's not too late. And it's that marinade that just blend out. I'm going to add it over the pork. I just want a little bit over it. I don't want much on it. So I'll just do this. Cut these vegetables. So I'm going to add a red pepper in this. Once it comes in, ladies and gentlemen, please do thumbs up the live and feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate it. So normally I would put a little bit of cabbage in this rice, but I would have to look in the other fridge for cabbage. So I'm just using up what I have. I'm going to pause this a little bit, and then I make sure to turn off this blender. I'm going to put the marinade I make over this. I don't want much on it. Leave it there, and I'm just gonna massage it in it. That's what it looked like. So give my hand a bit of wash. So what else? Well, the chives, I'll probably add the chives last. I'm gonna put a bit of onion in this. I don't have to, because the leeks is a form of onion family, but it won't do any harm. Okay, so now what we're gonna do now, we're gonna work on our rice. After I set the rice up and start, I'm gonna put it back over this small thing to cook through. But I want to use this one so you can see exactly what's going on. I'm gonna put a bit of oil in that, and also I need some butter in it. Butter give you flavor. If you're allergic to butter, don't use any butter. Just use what you have. You might think it's a lot of butter, but to the amount of rice and liquid gonna go in it, it will be fine. But if you're cooking something like this, you don't have to use so much. It's personal preference. So I'm going to bring this up to temperature. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add some seasoning in this. As I said before, I cook a little bit different. So a bit of salt and pepper. Black pepper. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add these in it. I'm going to sweat these off. So that's my vegetable rice, or you can call it vegetable pilaf. Or, you know, some people call it seasoned rice, personal preference. So go ahead and sweat these off. Just want to taste and see if it have enough. Because you want your vegetable. If you season these vegetables, when you're eating the rice, believe me, you will taste the difference. You'll love it. Want us to use the end of the thyme, and I'm going to cut them as fine as possible. Welcome to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Linden. Once it comes in, please do thumbs up the live, and please do consider to like, share, and subscribe. So I'm adding some fresh thyme to this. So what you can do, you know, you can wash your rice, let it drain, and then, you know, you have it to use. Some of this same marinade which I blend out, just gonna go in with a little of this. Because when we eat in this rice, you want it to taste nice. So watch this now. You know, as I said, wash your rice, let it drain, and I'm gonna add this straight in. I know many of you haven't seen anyone cook in this technique, but those who can cook or have the experience, you will understand why. This is kind of the same process how they cook risotto, but if you notice, I'm going to show you, I have some hot water here in the kettle on standby here. So what I'm doing, I'm just, you know, getting the flavor in the rice. And the next thing I will be adding to this, if it need more, and it's some salt. So watch this. A little bit of water. That's how we're going. That's how we're working on. See that? normally, once you put your rice to cook, a very good technique is to make the liquid about 1 inch or inch and a half, depends on how fluffy you want your rice. Now this, I don't want it shelly. I want it just nice and spongy. I'm going to have a bit of taste. For me, I'm going to add a little bit more season. Just going to add a little bit more sauce, salt, black pepper, a little bit more all-purpose season, and then for that, I'm done with the seasoning. So I'm going to add more liquid, and I'm going to let him boil, then simmer. So I need a little bit more water on this, and then I'm going to put him on the lower heat. I'm going to put him over there. Let me just swap this over there. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to cover it. Now I'm going to work on the pork here. So I need that to get hot. I'm going to pop the lid on. Now for the pork, this normally can be very tender. Yeah, it's like, you know, you call it runny rice. Yeah, whatever you call it in your country, that's fine with me. Welcome everyone. Once it comes in, guys, please do thumbs up the live, and please do consider to subscribe. So in this, I don't need this. I'm gonna crush a garlic and just put in here, just for flavor. So I want this to bring up the temperature. So while it's boiling, once the water starts to dry out, if you notice what I'm going to do now, I'm going to reduce the fire underneath the rice. So this one, I want to get it really hot. And I'm going to get either a tray. Where is my silver tray? Yeah, I'll either use this when the pork is ready. I'll see how it goes. So I want this to get a little bit more hotter, bring it up the temperature. Welcome everyone. Once it comes in, guys, please do thumbs up the live. I appreciate it. Now, if you want this to have a little bit of smoky flavor, you can add, a bit of paprika on it. You can, just sprinkle some paprika on it, or you can put the paprika in that. I'm gonna wash my hand off. So as I often said when I'm doing a video like this, when you put your pork down, don't mess with it, turning it. Just leave it, leave him, let him catch color. Or your meat, don't mess with it. Yeah, so just leave it, let it sit about a bit. Because we want him catch nice color. Tip a little bit of butter, So if you notice, still don't turn it yet. Just leave it, leave it. Don't worry about that. I want him to have a nice color on the bottom. So you see the rice coming on lovely. So I'm going to reduce the flame on the rice, and then within a couple minutes I'm going to turn it to rice again. Hope you can see everything that's going on. Pat Noah, how are you doing, Pat Noah? Good to see you. I just put this down a bit that you can see exactly what's going on. Thanks for logging on, Pat Noah. Thank you. Always lovely to see you coming on. Good when some positive people log on. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use a fork. Today, Pat Noah, I'm cooking, some pork tenderloin and some vegetable rice pilaf. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. So when I turn this, you're going to see the lovely color this have, and that's what I'm going for. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to keep my finger on one of these because the top side is already cooked too. I'm just placing the seasoned content on it. If it needs a little bit more season. So yes, it needs a little bit more season because sometimes you lose some season while cooking. So a bit more all-purpose, some black pepper on this. And again, when you turn him, don't start keep turning him. Just leave him. If you notice with this, I probably just turned it 2 times. 1 time turn already. This is the other side, so I just turned it twice. So this is tenderloin, very easy to cook. I'm gonna press it. So it obviously need to cook a little bit more. So the next thing you can do, let's reduce this a little bit, the flame. We're gonna check our rice and see how this lovely world-class rice doing. Once it comes in, Please remember to thumbs up the live. See the rice? Just look at that. I'm going to lift it and let you have a look at it. Look at that. So now I'm just going to turn him a little bit. Give him a little bit of turn. And then, as I said, I like my rice fluffy. So I'll be adding some more liquid. If you have some natural stock, go ahead and use it. But I don't need any more salt in this. See that? I'm going to put some more water on it. This increase the flame back on that. A bit more water in this. Because as I said, I don't like my rice too shelly. So I want my rice soft, nice and soft and fluffy. You see with this? You see this one ready? So these easy to cook anyway. So once these finish, I'm gonna add the rest. So that's almost finished. So I'll be tipping a little bit more oil in this for the next batch. So watch this. It might look like it's burned. Don't worry about that. That's just garlic in the bottom. We're going to repeat the same process. We're going to put him down. Turn this up. Turn this thing up. And remember what I said before. Don't quick to turn it. Just leave it. Let them cook and catch color. So you don't need to be playing with it when you put it in the pot. So this is the last piece. So we'll leave them like that. You know, as the weather is changing, guys, you know, what I normally do, I normally make a lot of healthy tea. So if you're up for it, you know, I might just do a video and edit it, or I might just do live and some healthy tea. So, you know, you have to build up your immune system because, you know, here in the UK, it's going to get cold soon. And believe me, when it's cold and you're going in and out, you need something to build up your immune system. So I have some tea coming. So remember to check out the channel. Please do subscribe and thumbs up the video. Yeah, pork is lovely, especially when you cook it properly. Just add some flavor to it. So for the rice, pardon me, I have some leeks. I love cook with leeks. Very important, leeks. Very nice. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Welcome, Jackie. Journey with Jackie, if you're there, welcome. Debbie, welcome. So with this, I'm just going to reduce the temperature. So I have some leeks here. I'm just going to put over the rice. So now I'm going to turn, especially the thinner ones. So this is what I mean. When you're cooking meat, don't quick to turn it. Just leave it to catch color and cook. But here you have a lovely, nice color. This one here, I can just cut this like this. And the purpose of doing that is just to flatten him out. Put a little bit of seasoning in that. And when you flatten him out, you'll be fine. So all these seasoned, I'm finished with them. So this is my seasoned thing, which I use blend out season. So what I normally do when I finish, put everything in here. And you end up with a lovely blend. Thank you very much, Pat Noah. Thank you, appreciate it. So with this, as I do with the other one, just give him a little bit of season, because sometimes when you're cooking, you lose some of the season, especially when you're doing cooking like this. So that means when you're eating it, or anybody else eating it, it's not boring. You take one bite, and one bite leads to another. So all these, I'm finished with these for the time being. So I'm just going to do that as I normally do. Let's clean up a bit. Done with that. Finish with this oil. That's done. Next thing I'm going to show you, as I always do, I need a mold. If I could get a square one, or probably going to have to use this. So that I'm going to, if you're making it, if you want it rustic, we can do it rustic, or you can put it in a cup, personal preference. Just some butter in this. You see these pork, the thicker bits, already cooked. Just put it here that you can see exactly what's going on. I'm going to turn this one. So this one that I did cut, it's probably not ready yet. And that one. So what's going to happen, there's a thing called carryover cooking. So I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to leave it there. Turn that off, and it's going to go what they call carryover cooking. So the next thing we're going to do, if you want it rustic, it's up to you. So look at that, man. Wow. I'm telling you. Look at this. It doesn't get better than that. So I'm going to show you very simple techniques. So this is finished. But if you want to use this to make a sauce, do you know it's very simple also? And you might say how simple it is. I'm going to scrape this out like this, yeah? These, just the rougher bits, I'm going to scrape them out. So in the pan you have, but this is all personal preference. If you want to make a sauce with that, you can easily get a sauce. Maybe I should do it, maybe I should not. Because just in case you want to make a sauce with this, you can just add some flour, some other seasoned stock, and straight away you get a sauce. Yeah? But because of time, we move to the next level. So with this, you can easily, depends on how you want it. If you want it rustic, it's up to you. You want to cup it, you cup it. It's going to be personal preference. So you can do it that way, or you can just, you get a plate and you just do it rustic. Just some rice on this. If you notice something, I try not to let the rice go to the edge of the plate. So I leave space in the rim there. Let you see exactly what's going on. And, this is personal preference. You don't have to do this. But if you need sauce with it, I could easily make some sauce. If you don't want any sauce, that's fine. So there you have like a pork, like that. But said example, just example. If you need a sauce to go with this, I'm going to show you something very simple and quick and effective. I'm just going to get one spoon of flour in this. Let me see if I have the flour in this cupboard. Okay. Just in case you want to make some sauce for this. So we'll leave that there. Just watch this. Bit of butter. We're going to add some seasoning in this, just in case you want to make some sauce for yourself. This is just, I'm seasoning up that. You know, if you want a bit of color on it, if you have a little bit of soy, this I'm going to go in with some paprika. So this is just if you need a little bit of sauce. Chili powder, which I'm using cayenne. Watch this. I'm going to get a whisk. This is going to be like Fast and the Furious. So don't move an inch. If you blink, you miss it. See this? Flour. I'm going to just raise the pan off the flour, off the fire, like this. What this is called now, this is called a roux. And a roux is a thickening agent for soups and sauces. As I said, if you blink, you miss it. Watch this. So all we want this to do is the roux cooked out. Give it a bit of taste. So what this need now is just some seasoning. Seeing it's getting thicker and thicker. So that's your sauce coming on there. So I probably don't need any more water. Now, if you need a little bit of like soya in it, give it a bit of season. We're going to reduce the flame. You don't want it burn. We're going to add a little bit of soya, not much. It's going to change the color and the taste also. No more of this. So I'm just going to put this in, the source of butter in it. Give it that little sheen on top. And then you have our sauce ready. Once you come on, guys, remember to thumbs up the live and please do subscribe. I would appreciate it. So look at that. that's your sauce done. So now, don't want to make a mess, so I'm just going to use my funnel. So now your sauce is ready. To test if your sauce is ready, normally, if you notice, I haven't put the spoon in it yet. You want to know that your consistency of your sauce is very good and like perfect. It must coat the back of the spoon. So well, we'll see what happens. See that? So that's when you know your sauce is ready. You see how long it takes to run down? And then, you know, if you want to pour it over, you can pour it over neck tips. You know, you have your rice here. I did want the rice a little bit more fluffy. So you have your rice here also. You know, different ways you can do the rice while presenting it. So what I normally do when I finish, as promised, normally give you a close-up shot. So that's the sauce, rest of the sauce there. And that's the rice over here. That's the one I just cut. And this is the one here. Just set it aside. David gonna eat this. David don't like too much sauce on his thing. So one of the boys, he will sort it out, definitely. He's not gonna play with this. So that's how we're doing it, guys. So remember to like, share, and subscribe. You know, I appreciate it. And thumbs up the live. Ladies and gentlemen, peace be unto you. I'll see you later or tomorrow in another live. Have a great day. Peace be.